Stepping into the spotlight with a grin sharp enough to cut steel, the metal mistress sizes up metal lords and finds plenty worth cranking to 11. This isn't just another teen flick with a guitar slapped on the poster. It's a film that actually respects the power, history, and heart of heavy metal. It knows what it feels like to be the odd one out, to cling to riffs like lifelines, and to build identity through volume and conviction. Consider this your invitation to dive into a movie that treats metal not as a joke, but as a calling. Metal Lords arrived on Netflix in 2022 as a small-scale teen comedy with a surprisingly sincere heart, and it quickly earned attention for the way it treats heavy metal not as a punchline but as a legitimate passion. Directed by Peter Sollett and written by D.B. Weiss, the film follows two high school outsiders who form a metal band for the Battle of the Bands, blending coming-of-age storytelling with a clear respect for the genre's history and culture. What makes the movie stand out is its commitment to portraying metal as something meaningful, an outlet for identity, friendship, and creative rebellion, rather than a caricature. This review looks at how the film captures that spirit and why its earnest approach makes it an unexpectedly strong entry in the modern teen music movie lineup. Three misfits stand at the center of Metal Lords, each carrying their own battle scars, each trying to carve out a place in a world that keeps telling them they don't fit. Hunter Sylvester is the self-appointed prophet of metal, fiercely devoted, stubborn to a fault, and convinced that greatness is something you seize, not something you're given. His struggle is the classic metalhead's curse. He sees the world more intensely than everyone around him, that passion isolates him, fuels him, and blinds him. He's fighting to prove that metal still matters and that he matters, even when no one else seems to believe it. Kevin Schlieb is the quiet kid who never expected to be anyone's drummer, let alone the backbone of a metal band. His struggle is internal. He wants to belong, to be seen, to feel like he's good at something. Torn between Hunter's uncompromising vision and the possibility of a more balanced life, Kevin becomes the emotional center of the story, caught between loyalty and self-discovery. Emily Spector enters from a different world entirely, a classically trained cellist battling anxiety, pressure, and the feeling that she's always one mistake away from falling apart. Her struggle is about control of her emotions, her expectations, and the way others perceive her. When she crosses paths with Kevin, she finds a connection that challenges her to loosen her grip and embrace something raw, loud, and liberating. Together, these three form a triangle of clashing desires and unexpected harmony, each pushing the others toward growth, conflict, and ultimately transformation. The heart of Metal Lords beats louder as the story unfolds, pushing its three leads through a series of clashes, reconciliations, and personal awakenings. After forming their band, Hunter becomes increasingly obsessed with winning the Battle of the Bands.
I guess we'll be seeing you at the Battle of the Bands then.
Not just for glory, but to validate his belief that metal is a lifeline in a world that doesn't understand him. His intensity, however, starts to alienate Kevin, who's discovering confidence for the first time and realizing he might want more than just Hunter's narrow definition of greatness. Kevin's growing connection with Emily complicates everything. What begins as an awkward, unexpected bond quickly becomes something deeper, giving Kevin a sense of emotional grounding he's never had. But Emily's anxiety and Hunter's hostility collide, pulling Kevin in two directions and forcing him to choose between loyalty to his best friend and the possibility of a healthier, more balanced life. As the Battle of the Bands approaches, the trio fractures. Hunter spirals, Kevin tries to hold everything together, and Emily struggles to trust herself enough to step into a world far outside her comfort zone. Their eventual reunion isn't neat or easy. It's messy, loud, and fueled by the same raw emotion that defines the music they're trying to play. By the time they hit the stage, the film has shifted from a simple underdog story into something more heartfelt, a reminder that music can be a bridge, that friendship can survive imperfection, and that sometimes the loudest noise you make is the one that finally lets you be heard. Metal Lords ultimately earns its place as one of the most heartfelt and unexpectedly powerful music-driven teen films of the last decade. What begins as a scrappy underdog story grows into a sharp, sincere portrait of friendship, identity, and the way music can crack open a life that feels too small. It's respect for metal culture.
Metal is the key to everything.
Isn't window dressing. It's the backbone of the film's emotional truth, giving weight to every rehearsal, every argument, every moment of self-discovery. By the time the final notes ring out, the movie has proven itself not just entertaining, but genuinely moving. For anyone who's ever felt out of place, ever clung to a song like a lifeline, or ever believed that loud music can make a quiet life feel bigger, Metal Lord stands tall as a great film worth celebrating. So do as your mistress commands and check out Metal Lords.
Do you like heavy metal at all?